Welcome to another video episode from the Veg Grower Podcast. Now, I've got a couple of clips to show you today. First clip is I've had a bit of a planting out session down the allotment, what with use of the bank holiday. So yeah, I'll show you what I've done there. And while I do that, I've got some cannellini seeds I need to sow. I did say a few weeks ago, I was at the end of my I thought I'd sown all my seeds. I was wrong. Cannellini seeds. Got to do those. So I'm going to do those now while you watch this first clip. Well, hi guys. I'm here down the allotment, and these groups of plants you see in front of me all have to be pot out today. So I'm going to be doing that one by one. I've got pumpkins, tomatoes, beetroot, leeks, onions, which is a bit late for, but oh well. Various other things like that, so I'll show you those as we go through them. Right, so what we have here is one of my compost heaps, and into this compost heap I'm actually going to be planting pumpkins. Now I'm going to be doing the same on another compost heap I have over on the other side. The one towards the back is obviously for filling at the moment. This one's just basically rotting down. So I've covered it in some weed suppressing membrane, and into this I'm planting, oh that was just knocked over, 2 pumpkins. This one is that French one I couldn't say a while back, and that one's a Big Max. So with this, all I'm doing is cutting a hole into the membrane. Now I've seen others say to burn it because it's better, and I would do that, but I haven't made myself up something to burn it with. So it was quite crumbly, so we'll put that in there. There we go. There's that one done. I will, down here I've got some stones. Just pop that into there so I know what that plant is. And then we'll cut another bigger hole here. Pour that in. This I expect to crumble as well. Yeah, not too bad. Oh, yep. I was expecting that because I only potted these on into these bigger pots recently. So let's get that root ball right down into there. There we go. Again, a few stones into this pot just to keep the label going. There we go. And now give it a good watering in. Let's move my knife. Now that should grow quite well in there, these pumpkins. Also means I will remember to keep watering the compost heaps and not let them dry out. So that's the pumpkins done. Let's find something else to plant next. Well, what we're looking at here is I've planted out some Belotti runny beans. Get my words out. Some Belotti I can't say it again. Belotti beans. I've made this wigwam out of canes, although the canes aren't as tall as I would like. But I've put the beans in at the bottom, and they'll coil around it and grow up, and we should get some nice Belotti beans. Well, in this bit here I've dibbed loads of holes and dropped in some leeks. You've probably seen a lot of people doing this lately, which is called puddling. So in each of these holes we just fill them up with water. and that'll get the leeks all well in. Hopefully you can see it okay. That'll get the leeks all well in and rooted in and should grow on. Now I've still got more leeks to plant out, but I've run out of room, so they've left those in the box and we'll see how they get on. If all these grow, then I don't know what I'll do with them. If they don't, I've got spares to pop in. And here I've put out a load of tomatoes. I'll just move the camera around so you can get a bit of a view. We've got to give these a good watering shortly, although it is raining quite often. But these are Crimson Crush. Then there's a couple down towards the back, Red Pear. I've got some Mountain Magics I'll show you in a second. But yeah, these are now all planted out and ready to go. And up there is a compost heap I spoke about earlier. There's got more pumpkins in and what have you. And then just over there, where those canes are, I've put in some Mountain Magic. See if I can zoom in and show you a bit better. Yeah, next to the cauliflower there's a Mountain Magic, so hopefully they'll all grow up quite well and strong and get plenty of tomatoes on them. Just here I've planted out a lot of beetroot. They're going to have a good watering in. They're sulking a bit at the moment. I've been transplanted, but good watering in over the next few days and they should be good. And then they'll grow into some beetroots. Now, if I move you over here, let's see if I've got this. Just there, I planted out the extra onions. They are the Elisa Craigs. I've got far too many onions, so we'll see what happens and if they all grow up. They are a bit late going in, but we'll see what happens. Now that bed was where I sowed parsnips, but they haven't become of anything, so I've given up with parsnips for this year. Oh. But there's always next year, and hopefully by next year things will be looking better planned out. Well, there you go, everyone. That's the allotment planted, or got plants out in the allotment. So things are really getting there, as I was really hoping for. So kind of pleased about that. So next clip. Now I'm going to sow some sunflower seeds while you do this clip. Some of my saved ones from last year, so I'll be interested to see how they get on. Maybe a little late for them, to be fair, but we'll see. But anyway, my next clip. Now, by now, I should be harvesting strawberries. Been keeping a close eye on them. And every time there's about a day off from being ready, something's come along and nibbled on them. So I've set something up to try and stop them. So I'll show you that now, and then we'll come back and close down. Okay, so I was expecting to get some strawberries this week. I've been down here most evenings, and there was a few that were getting ready, and then the following day they had been eaten, or I believe birds had pecked on them, and then the slugs and the stuff moved in. So I've set up this bird scare tape to try and scare the birds off, I guess. I don't know if I've done it right, but I just kind of read the instructions and it said put it all around and across. So we shall see. As you can probably see, it's silver on one side and red on the other. And my guess is that the red may scare off birds and the silver may reflect sunlight, which also scares off birds. I don't know. We'll see what happens. If I get some strawberries, all well and good. If I keep eating them, then I'll have to net it. The only problem I foresee with these would be getting in there to harvest and weed. I can see me getting annoyed with them because they're in the way. But hey ho, we'll see what happens. So there you go everyone, that's what I've done to try and stop all the birds eating my strawberries. I don't know if these bird tape is going to work, but I'll give it a try. Normally I'd net them, but I haven't got around to doing that. So we'll see how this works. If it doesn't work, I'll net them. It's not the end of the world, there's still plenty more to come. So, and it'd just be nice to actually get some strawberries because every single one has been eaten by them pesky birds. So that's it for this week. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate just watching alone. If you like and subscribe, fantastic. Really appreciate that as well. And the fact that you give your time just to watch me, awesome in my book. So yeah, I'll see you all again next week.